Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Shaw with Shaw Medical Travel Consultants, and we're doing another one of our interview series. And this one has to do with health and wellness. We're interviewing today Dr. Archana Bhattacharjee from India. And Dr. Bhattacharjee is an academician and has been a professor at undergraduate university level in India, and is also a social activist. Dr. Bhattacharjee, good evening. Okay.
It is good evening out here in India.
Okay, great. Go ahead and tell us just a little bit about yourself, if you wouldn't mind, about what you do and your social activism, and just a few seconds to tell us a little bit about what you do.
Right. Okay. During your introduction, you introduced me as an academician. Yes, I'm an educator, an academician by profession. I served in a government college for 33 years. I retired just recently. And along with my academic work, I was also into social activism. I am always concerned about the downtrodden people, the marginalized section of the society. And because I belong to Assam, which is known all over the world as a tea state of India, so I'm very concerned about the plight of the downtrodden tea community.
So I appreciate you being here to have a discussion with us about wellness, which is where we're going to focus today. You practice meditation. So what we'd like to do is have a discussion about meditation and what meditation means to you as it relates to wellness, as it relates to health and wellness, and as it relates to maintenance of health. Just give me an introduction as to what meditation actually is.
Right, yes. I would like to tell the listeners that, meditation is actually a very ancient tradition. And it is practiced in different cultures all over the world, not just in India. And everyone wants to practice meditation because it helps to bring about a sense of calmness and inner harmony. That's very important. Mm-hmm. And this practice, of course, has ties to different religions, not just the Hindu religion of India, but to other religions too. And, it is less about faith and more about altering your consciousness, finding awareness. Yes. And achieving peace, because all of us are ultimately, concerned about finding that inner peace. Yes. We are always looking for that peace all around, but through meditation, we can achieve the peace which actually reigns deep within our hearts.
Absolutely, that's wonderful.
And another thing here I would like to tell you is that many people are concerned, or many people have certain queries in their mind. They want to know, is there any right or wrong way to meditate?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's key.
Yes, that's very important. That's an important point. And here I would like to say that there isn't actually a right or a wrong way to meditate, but it's important. It's very important to find a practice that actually meets our own personal needs and complements our personality.
Really?
So, in a nutshell, I would say that meditation is actually a practice where an individual uses a lot of set of techniques. There are different kind of techniques which are intended actually to encourage a heightened state of awareness through concentration on a particular object, thought, or activity to achieve a mentally clear and emotionally calm and stable states. That is how I would define meditation.
Yes, I like that. So tell me, just to pick up on something that you just said here. So it's a practice, and it's an individual thing. So it's basically something big. I'm not trying to put words into your mouth, but from what I understood, basically something that whatever you're trying to achieve, and your practice of meditation can help you to get to that endpoint, sort of tailored to what your outcome needs are.
I would like to say one thing. I was talking a little bit earlier that, there is not one set of techniques. When you talk
Right.
about meditation, there's so many different ways in which we can meditate, you know.
Yes.
So we have to, first of all, select a mode which suits us. We feel comfortable, you know, and
Yes.
it complements us.
Yes.
So there are many different modes of meditation. We need to know about that also. It's very important.
Yes.
There are different ways we can meditate. But the nine most important ways in which we can start our own meditation practice can be, you know, mindful meditation, spiritual meditation, focused meditation, movement meditation, transcendental meditation, progressive meditation, loving kindness meditation, visualization meditation, and mantra meditation. These nine are very important. These nine are very important. And most of the time you find people into meditation are practicing either one of these.
I had no idea. So tell me then, is there, how does one get into meditation? How does one get into the practice of meditation? Is it something that you have to learn? Is it something you learn it from a teacher, or is something that you study, or how does one get into meditation?
To speak the truth,
yes,
without knowing any formal practice,
yes,
very often unknowingly we enter the meditative state.
Yes.
When you are in deep thought, that is also kind of meditation.
Yes.
When you are concentrating on a particular object, you are also meditating. When you are doing gardening, when you are doing dancing, you are also doing meditation. But we are doing all this without knowing what we are doing and how this benefits us. So in order to do things in a very structured manner, in a very formal manner, of course, we need guidance.
Yes, yes.
And in India, people who take up meditation seriously normally go to a trained teacher. And in that context, I would like to say that many people have got certain medical problems. Well,
Yes.
before they go into formal meditation, before they go to a trainer to work out their schedule, they have to get the clearance certificate from their doctors.
Really?
Yes, it is important, you know, because, you know, certain techniques which are practiced, because meditation is one aspect of yoga.
Yes.
When you're doing meditation, you are sitting in a yogic posture in the right way. If you're practicing, that is spiritual meditation. So, you know, you have to, if you have got certain problems which does not permit you to sit for long hours and all.
Right.
And the concentration too, if you're not doing it the right way, it might have a negative impact on your health too.
Right, right.
And again, it is all about the breathing technique. That is very important.
Yes, yes, yes. Understood.
And after that, if they have any health problems, still if the doctor gives them the green signal and they go to the guide, to the trainer, they have to communicate their health problems to the trainer also. Just so that he knows what kind of exercise he can advise the person to do, even in meditation. The posters and everything, he will do accordingly.
Right. Okay. Wasn't aware of all of that. So have you found in practicing meditation, have you found that they're obviously calming of the spirit is one? Have you found sort of a, have you found some sort of a reconnection or some connection maybe, or
I get your point. I understand what you're trying
to get there.
Okay, I get it. Now you see, you know, I was a sports person.
Yes.
I was a badminton player, and a very serious badminton player from my school days. And because of that, I used to go for rigorous exercises, physical exercises. And then, you know, when we are doing that, we are also, you know, guided into doing certain breathing exercises, pranayam, which we call it, which is very good, which is very healthy, and which actually keeps us very focused, which is very important for all sports person, but then I realized that, yes, it did help me a lot to be more focused, my concentration power gradually developed. I became so focused, when I was concentrating on the shuttle before hitting it, no matter what the sounds in the background were, my attention was not diverted.
Yeah.
Because the coach taught us that you need to concentrate on the shuttle and the shuttle alone. So I was practicing focus meditation.
Got it.
And that focused meditation helped me in such a way that I started applying the same technique in all areas of my life. And I was benefiting.
Because you're so focused. Because you're so focused.
Now I consciously practice mantra meditation. Mantra meditation is very important for me, and I do it. That is how I was guided by my guru. So he has given me a mantra, and I do this mantra meditation practice every day.
Can you tell us a little bit about that? What about the, can you expound a little bit about that?
Mantra meditation?
Yes.
Actually, mantra meditation, can be practiced by different people, even without there being a religious connotation to it,
Yes.
But for me, it does have a religious meaning, there are certain syllables, there are certain syllables, maybe there is a line, in Christian religion, you have the affirmations, right? You have the affirmations. So similarly here, we have certain words, which you are taught to utter. And they have tremendous power if they are recited a certain number of times, it is said, it is. And I have seen, yes, it does bring about a great transformation within your mind. One part of me is actually uttering the mantra unknowingly. And the stress of everyday life, slowly disappears, because you get, again, very focused into chanting of the mantra. So it has helped me.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that. It sort of helps to maybe even refocus, even though it's not focused meditation, but it helps you to self-improvement and empowerment. Would you think? It is
true. It helps in empowerment, self-empowerment, it does. Okay. And, and when I started practicing mantra meditation, I have, derived a lot of benefits from it.
Yes.
Then again, as I said, there are other forms of meditation also. Yeah. It's not necessary that you remain confined to only one kind of meditation. It may happen that, throughout the day, you are engaged in different kind of activities. Then also I'm practicing movement meditation, because when I'm doing gardening, I'm doing mantra, movement meditation, I can be doing dancing. That is also a kind of a meditation. If you are concentrating only on that particular activity, but again, moving for a particular reason, you are into gardening. So gardening is the focus, it's the object. So when you are concentrating on the plants, the flowers, the watering of the plants, and then you slowly touch the leaves and all, your entire concentration is on that act. And it becomes a kind of a prayer that you are offering to the divine, that is movement. Your body is moving here and there.
So that personal searching to achieve that calm, that personal and that internal peace, that internal calming. So then it's important to. So what I'm gathering from what you're saying, then it is important to have direction. In other words, I can't.
You need instructions.
You need instruction. Okay. So basically, in this day and age, let's just get realistic. So in this day and age where you have YouTube and you have all of this kind of thing, for me to go ahead and click on a YouTube channel and
Judy,
say, okay, now I'm
Judy,
going
Dr. Judy, I'm interrupting. Let me tell you one thing.
No, I want you to. That's what,
Go ahead. No matter how many YouTubes are there, no matter how much of instructions are there embedded in this YouTubes, still, the final instruction has to come from a really trained, enlightened teacher.
I like that. So how does one get into something? I mean, if you're even if you're not in India, I mean, how do you go about? If I say, okay, I want to start practicing, what do I do? What's my next step?
you will come across many enlightened teachers. I wouldn't call them gurus also, I will call them enlightened beings, enlightened teachers, you know,
Yeah.
who can really, really, you know, teach you in the right manner, you know. And if it is mantra meditation that we practice, it has to come from the guru. It is a mouth-to-mouth tradition. It is considered very sacred.
Yes.
The guru has to give that mantra, that particular mantra, suited to the needs of that particular disciple.
Really? Wow. Okay.
And tell you that you start the practice. That is how I was given my mantra.
Got it.
So I have been practicing it.
Yes.
So,
yes.
And I keep on reporting to my guru also about the different kind of experiences that I have. And then, you know, you tell me that, yes, you increase the number of times. First of all, earlier in the beginning, I would do this chanting for 108 times. 108 times.
Yes.
But then he said you can go on increasing for your own peace of mind, for your own stability.
You have this continuous relationship with your guru and you report back. So in order for the guru to basically know what would be best for you, I guess there has to be some sort of I don't know if what you call it, but maybe some sort of interview or maybe something to understand what your needs are. The guru would need to have some sort of a discussion.
Dr. Judy,
yes.
Again, I'm interrupting. Let me tell you,
no worries.
If it is mantra meditation,
yes.
which is considered very spiritual, it has got a religious connotation there,
yes.
very sacred, then the mantra has to come from the guru. And the guru always knows what suits the disciple best. We don't even have to ask.
I had no idea.
It is something which is known to them. I don't know how the person knows which mantra would suit my needs, which mantra would really help me. But the guru knew. And I never questioned him because I took it blind. I took it. Though I'm an educated person, I have my own intelligence, my own questions in my mind and all. But in this regard, I found that there was no question in my mind.
Yes.
When he said, this is your mantra, you practice it, that is it.
Wow.
I took it.
I mean, because obviously you trust him, the individual. So this is something that you do every day.
Yeah, I do it every day.
Do it every day. Wow.
Every day. Every day.
Now, let me ask you this too. So I would imagine, let's sort of transition a little bit. So I would imagine if you are an individual that has health problems, maybe, and that you're on certain medications, possibly for, high blood pressure or diabetes or any other number of other things, you're on some sort of a medication, some medical treatment. Maybe not personally, but I would imagine that with practicing this sort of meditation, there would be benefit, and maybe you could even see people getting off of medications. It really, is that a possibility, do you think? And some kind of collaboration between the two worlds of health and wellness to, if I'm practicing calmness and I'm practicing personal control and these kinds of things, and if I have high blood pressure and I'm on a lot of medications, possibly that could help me to improve my stress and maybe decrease my medications, possibly.
Yes, that can happen, and that did happen even in my case,
Right.
So what was required at that point of time was balance. So how to practice balance?
Yeah.
So it proved very challenging. It really, really proved very challenging, and it took a toll on my health also. And then I found that I became a little lethargic, and I met a gentleman. He was a doctor, but he was also into spirituality. So he asked me, what is your problem? I said, well, I feel very weak and I have this health problem. As far as health problem goes, do you know what he said? He told me, you take up out of the blue. First of all, I thought he was a perfect idiot or he must be a mad person because he was
Okay.
talking senseless. He said, you take up gardening. Huh. I thought maybe he was deaf. He didn't hear me properly. Again, he repeated. He said, you take up gardening, kitchen gardening. He wanted me to go out of that negative state to a different domain, to
Yes.
divert my attention and to channelize my energy.
Yes.
And then gradually, it became a kind of a passion for me,
Yes. Yes.
addiction.
Yes.
And then, somehow or the other, there was a transformation as far as my health was concerned, even without taking medication. I found that I was more positive minded now. Like, I was diverting my attention, my negativity, I was keeping it aside. I was concentrating on the plants, on the flowers, on the vegetables and things like that. It would give me so much of happiness, so much of pleasure. I forgot about all my pains, my stress and everything else.
Right. Wow. Yes. Wow,
And I'm
that is
passionate
great.
about it.
I
I'm
can
passionate
see.
about my gardening.
Yeah. I can see how that can be therapeutic and beneficial.
It is.
Yeah.
You can have your peace wherever you are, provided you go about it in the right manner. You go in search of it in the right manner. And that is within yourself, not externally.
Right. I mean, granted, some of us are, have a perfectly conducive environment, but some of us are, in the middle of hustle and bustle and the middle of the city. I mean, is this really one of those things that do you have to get to a really quiet place, or is this something that I can just do, in the midst of, if I'm in a subway and I got people running all around and doing all kinds of things, I mean, I can just have my little piece right there in my little space, or do I have to go somewhere that's quiet? And so what's your take on
Now, that could be
that?
practiced by anyone. If you are in hustle bustle also, if you are in your workplace, let me tell you how I practice, If you take meditation as a spiritual practice, then of course, you will always be advised by your guru to practicing it and to practice it very early in the morning, because it is called the Brahma Muhurt Samay. I mean, that is a very auspicious time, early morning, very early morning, between 4 to 5. 4 to 5, when people are doing it for a spiritual purpose. That is something very different.
Yes.
There is a spiritual connotation there. And then they are again asked to do it in the evening at dusk. At dusk.
Yes.
Exactly. That again is considered to be a very auspicious time. But for people who are targeting well-being, wellness, good health, a stress-free life kind of, if they are practicing meditation or they are trying to take up any one of the different kinds of meditations that I had cited earlier,
Yes.
they can do it at any time of the day. So anywhere and everywhere, it is you who is going to be the decision maker. It is you who have to decide what is the right time for me.
Right. Okay,
So
it can be adjusted. Yeah, can be adjusted to your.
Can be adjusted. Yes.
Yeah.
According to your own convenience, according to your own comfort. That is the most important thing. You need to be totally relaxed. It should not be forceful. Meditation is not a forceful issue. It is something which you are practicing because you want happiness, you want peace, you want to be stress-free. And then practicing it because you're being forced to do it will give you added stress, not reduce your stress.
Yes.
You need to be comfortable with whatever you're practicing.
Yeah.
Make you happy.
Yes. I see that.
But as a practitioner, I would say that there are many benefits, and one should be aware in what manner we can benefit from a practice of meditation, First of all, I would like to say, it enhances, our empathy. That's very important, Many people have that habit. They're very emotional, But if you start practicing meditation over a period of time, you realize that, well, you may feel emotionally moved, but you don't show it. You don't break down, you don't cry. You are able to retain balance, which is very important for all of us. That will come automatically as an offshoot of your practice of the meditation, whichever you are taking up. Then again, we have, there is a increase in the attention inducing state, like you get more focused, you become more focused, you're practicing it consciously. And then again, mindful meditation, sometimes helps you to, attaining certain things. It helps to enhance your memory, it really, really does.
Okay. So it helps
only after practicing it, you will notice that, yes, now you don't forget things very easily, because you get more focused.
Yes.
That could be the reason. So you consciously remember. You don't take it half-heartedly. You don't hear things half-heartedly. We tend to forget things normally when we listen to anything half-heartedly. With age, nowadays dementia is very, very common, but meditation helps. Meditation helps, but after practicing meditation, you find you will start emanating positive vibes wherever you go. You will attract people towards you. You will attract people because of the energy, that is overflowing out of you, So that is also one of the benefits of meditation.
Yes. That is fantastic. Absolutely. I mean, it's such a correlation. You are so right. I mean, these benefits are I mean, I can see how this can benefit so many different areas of health.
And you sleep well also. Another
you sleep well. Yeah. That's a plus. Okay. I mean, these things are really, and I would imagine too, with teaching you how to relax, aches and pains and joint pains, arthritis, things like that. It can certainly help you to, relax.
Adjust. It helps you to relax, adjust, and you no longer remain focused on the pain, You can divert your attention to something else. That is what meditation does.
Great.
I gave up wearing watch 15 years back. Instead of looking at the watch, or instead of asking somebody else what's the time, or instead of even pondering on the question, I would chant mantras. Mantras all throughout. That kept me occupied.
If I said to you, Dr. Archana, I'm thinking of doing meditation. What steps are you? I mean, is there personal preparation that I have to engage in? Maybe get my mind in a certain place. I mean, what would you tell me? Okay, definitely get a specialist as a guru, somebody who's experienced. Obviously, we discussed that. But is there any other personal preparation or something that I need to do for me personally to get myself, my mind, my brain in that kind of state for me to be more receptive, or for me to achieve a better outcome of whatever my goals are? Are there some tips that you would give me to start on this journey?
Well, Dr. Judy, what I would suggest is that if you really, really want to take up meditation because you are interested, not because somebody has asked you to take it up, then you can start at any point of time. At any point of time, you can do that. And because it is not going to be a spiritual practice, for that, maybe certain rules are there. You need to be guided, as I said earlier.
Yes.
But all the other forms of meditation can be practiced by anyone. You can start it at any point of time, and then slowly get used to it. Yes. Your mind will be your best guide. Your mind will be your best guide.
Yes.
You don't have to be guided externally. The external guru is required when you are practicing spiritual meditation, mantra meditation. That is totally different. It's connected with religious practices also.
Right.
But for all others, that can be taken up by anyone, any day, at any time. The only thing is that you should not feel pressurized. You should never feel pressurized, and you should not do things in an erratic manner. Whatever you take up, you should, don't expect result the next day itself,
Yes.
You should have patience. You should not overdo it also.
Yes.
You should never overdo anything, You start slow. Take up, say, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, practice for 5 minutes, one day and go on for another 5-6 days in 5 minutes. Okay, even 5 minutes is okay. Once in the morning, maybe once in the afternoon, once in the evening, once before going to sleep, whatever suits you.
Yeah.
Then when you start feeling good about it, when you start looking forward to the time, because, you find that, yes, you feel good,
Yeah.
then slowly you can increase the time.
Yeah.
As per your requirement, you can slowly increase it. Your mind will tell you, your guide inside will tell you, well, I'm ready. I want to enhance the time period.
Yes.
You will get the guidance from within, not from without. That's the most important thing.
No matter what country, what part of the globe you're in, there's just a lot of issues people are having to deal with, and to try to figure out some way to help yourself, help your situation by just putting your mindset and doing that self-empowerment and that self-improvement. I think this certainly is an opportunity to help yourself. I mean, so I want to thank you for taking the time. I know there's quite a time difference here, but I do want to thank you for taking the time to speak with me. Again, this is I'm Dr. Shaw with Shaw Medical Travel Consultants, and I'm speaking with Dr. Archana Bhattacharjee. And you can subscribe to our channel by clicking the little button below, and also follow us on this and other YouTube that we're going to be bringing to our audience in the topic of health and wellness, and how the two can intermingle, different types of practices of wellness from all different parts of the world, different cultures, different religions, but how they can possibly help us with regards to our health. So again, I want to thank you, Dr. Archana, for being here and for giving us—
The pleasure was mine. The pleasure was mine. And I really, really enjoyed, and I really, really hope that all the listeners, viewers, they too, start taking up practicing, meditation seriously, because I can guarantee it will definitely benefit them in the long run.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, thank you. And maybe we'll bring you back again another day to even go into a little bit more detail, possibly with mantra. But this has given us a very great overview of what meditation is, and I am so excited. I'm so happy. So again, I want to thank you, and thank Dr. Archana, and thank our viewers for taking the time to view this video. So with that, we're going to go ahead and close. So thanks again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.